hello. Chat? Are you there? Oh. Hi. So OBS froze. And I had to try and kill it, which was a real pain in the ass. But it's working again now. Gotta love whatever the hell that was. I'm planning to upgrade OBS on Friday. Which means changing a ton of my setup, annoyingly. But it's because for some reason I can't seem to upgrade stream elements in OBS, and so my dual streaming doesn't work. So I have to change a bunch of things. It's very annoying. If one of the mods wants to put a post in Discord to say that stream's back up, I would appreciate it. Hopefully that won't happen again. But who knows? This version of OBS is not the most stable. Hi, Fluffy. Hello, everyone. Obviously breaking through the stream. The thing is, right, if I could be on the latest version, it would be fine. But I can't upgrade it because the version of Stream Elements I have, for some reason, can't be upgraded. And I have tried. So, yeah. Probably going to go back to the way I used to do things, which has some options now that are better. Now, I think my solution here, to be able to paint the whole squad quickly, is going to be to get these two to the point where I can put the wash on them. Thanks, Dimitri. I'm going to get these two to the point that I can put the first layer of wash on. And then while the wash is drying on those, I'll start on the next two. And I should get through both layers of washes on the first two, just in time for washing the next two. And that means we'll be able to constantly, like, keep working on bits. At least that's the plan. Just go, nope, not today. Fortunately, that's generally not the case. It's just that I haven't had the capacity to do the maintenance that's necessary more recently. Trying to get the backs of these knee bits. There we go. And then got the backs and shins next. Why are we speed painting? Because I'm getting behind. I want to get, basically what I want is, I want to get to the point where the time I currently paint 2 miniatures in, I want to paint 5. Because it will mean I'm back to my old painting speed. And it means that I'll be ready to spend some time learning the next stage. Like, for me, being able to speed paint is important because I used to do it so quickly. And also I come up with ideas and I want to do them. Plus, if I can get to a point of good speed painting, I can revive the campaign that I was going to do and be able to do that without having to take forever whenever their squads get an upgrade, because the plan is to have 4 players and I'll be like the DM and they'll do their missions, which will get them like different veteran skills and things. And I'll model those on and upgrade the kits, the squads, and paint up any new squads they need, that kind of thing. So we have like a full end-to-end campaign. That's the plan. For me, the YouTube stream name is createmod. Yeah, so that is a bug with YouTube, and there's not a lot I can do about it, Beav. It's very annoying. Basically, every now and then, YouTube recreates an old stream title, and that one has been stuck in the YouTube queue for ages, and I haven't been able to find it to get rid of it. So at least today's stream will get rid of it. But it's, you know, it's pretty typical. It also means I have to be careful next time I do a stream, because if I select this VOD on YouTube, it will remove all the tags and all the description and everything. It's YouTube, everyone. It's made for stream. And like, the more Sarah's been looking at how OBS, sorry, not OBS, how YouTube's API and Twitch's APIs work. He's been talking to me about it, and the more I see that YouTube works very differently than Twitch. And I definitely prefer the way Twitch does stuff. Except maybe the AI thing that Amazon might be trying to force onto the platform, which is training off of streams. So I might I'm hoping there'll be an opt-out, because I don't want that. Otherwise, you know, if it turns out it's because I have VODs or something, then VODs will go to being YouTube only or something. I just... I can't allow that, you know? It's just awful. So, yeah. Although currently I'm hoping that the AI bubble completely pops before that happens. Because that's a real way for Twitch to ruin what's left of its reputation. Hey, Lily. Yes, remember to take your meds, chat. I've taken mine today. I've remembered. It's because it's a small amount, I think. Because they're just acrylics. So the only thing I can think is, yeah, it's because it's a small amount of paint. Definitely getting faster at this. Just gotta check I actually did the trim I was going to on this. I was gonna go, yeah. I have to come back and tidy that up a bit. But that'll do. Invitations to bid on at least 2 or 3 data centers in the past couple of months. I mean, at the moment, those data centers are getting targeted by thieves. A lot, which is, you know, overall helpful for putting them off. But I think that it will end up destroying enough local places that there just won't be anything left. Hello, Faye. Let's talk about something more positive, chat. We all know that AI and billionaires are the real drains on society. Don't worry, we're all down. Let's just say if I got the chance to be a billionaire, I'd be a millionaire. In that I'd have enough money to live, and then I'd want to help people. Because that's what I did the moment that when the stream was doing well, I would go and give stuff to charity all the time and help support streamers and have a good time doing that. A couple of photos to Discord, I will have a look. Hi Frog, welcome back. Frog, the stream died for a minute, but it's working again now. Yeah, there's lots of things I'd want to support if I was at that point of money, you know, just like crazy money. I just like the idea that, you know, if you were that rich, you could wake up to an automatic payment that just went to a charity that was tens of thousands of dollars, and it helped that charity immediately, and you could be doing that every day. You got the other 16 hours of the day to be making probably a lot more than that money, and that money could passively be funding so many good things. Sorry, I'll go back to painting. I have haters now. Apparently, I was upsetting some people because they are making inexperienced models feel inferior. That's dumb. Learn to be good. That's like saying they need AI to make good dioramas of their own. Be shit until you're good. Learn. Like, I know I'm not the best painter ever, but I'm having a good time. And I know that some people are like, wow, that's really good. And it inspires them to keep going and getting better. Dissatisfied with their skill level. Yeah. And they can improve. Oh, it's everyone's favourite song, chat. It's just come on. Okay, how are we doing? So we spent an hour. And we've nearly done the trim of 2 of these. Once the trim is done, we do the copper. And then we put the wash on. The thing is, the trim takes the longest, so if I'm managing it in this time, potentially we will have this squad done today. At least that's the goal. Oh, here it comes, chat. The drop. Where's the drop? There it is. It's a perfectly reasonable way to spend your day, TF. What does Wayland Games want from me? Oh, they want me to tell them about my Wayland Games experience. What did I even buy from them? I can't remember. Was it the Chosen? Yeah, the Chosen was the last thing I got. They're going to get built soon. I'm very excited to work on them. It's a bit watery, I need a bit more. Hey, Zero! Did you make it in time for disposal unit? Actually, we're still on disposal unit? Hang on. Oh! No, we're on Chaos Forge detected.
Access granted. Welcome back.
Bobbington!
W13 nice, W13 nice, W13 knife, W13 nice, W13 nice.
Thank you. That's a nice number of months. Thank you for the huge amount of support. And also, I had that knife hidden in there. And I hope you're doing well. Hey, Duke. Give me a second just to finish up this bit of gold I'm using. I'll show you the finished sergeant. But the
You've been selected to receive a pass card.
Oh, Frog, thank you for gifting us up to Duke. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Duke, while I'm finishing up this gold trim, tell me what you're working on at the moment. What's your current project? If you don't have one, tell me what you want to be your next project. And why you haven't done it yet. How actually you're just being foolish. Tell me about the last one you worked on. I'm just using up the gold on my brush while you tell me. So I'm currently doing... I need to do all the gold and brass on these guys. I do 2 of them, wash them, then do the trim and that on the next 2, with the hope that I can get the whole squad done in 1 session. Because I painted the sergeant last time. My goal is to be able to do 5 minis in 4 hours. So I'm slowly trying to get faster. Sorry, I haven't looked up. Hecton Land Fort to do for a client. Fan art piece for a friend of mine. Oh, I'd like to start doing commissions, but I've got no idea how to like advertise myself for stuff like that. Thing is, I don't want to do like characters. I want to do like, you know, I'll paint your whole army for a decent price. So I don't think I'm good enough at character painting. Sorry, this gold has somehow gone a really long way. Like, I'm not taking the piss right now. This is just what's happening. Okay, we'll stop there, sucker shit, yeah. Because I was approached. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't really know how to get into that. Anyway, here's the sergeant. He does have... where are you? He does have a servo skull, but it fell off, annoyingly. I need to fix it up. But Iron Warriors are incredibly easy to paint. So he's supposed to have a servo skull like this. But it came loose when I was painting it, so I had to... Oh yeah, all the hazard lines are freehand. Because I want to try and do a thingamabob. You know? I can't be arsed. Everything I do when I paint is about cutting corners to do it as fast as possible. Like, oh yeah, also my cultist squad are servitors. I haven't done the skin on this one, but I've decided to do some in a dark red, which I think works quite well. I'm very pleased with how they come out. Did you see on my Instagram the... where have I left them? Oh, they must be up there. I can't be asked to get them right now, but my traitor guard are Old Krieg. Here was one of my very quickly... That's just what do the base colours look like. These Old Krieg and a mixture of traitor guard and... I forgot what they're called. Solar Auxilia. because I thought it'd look cool, and it does. I'm very pleased with how the whole army's coming together. Supposed to say, yeah, keep an eye out, because, yeah. But yeah, I want my traitor guard to look like they've actually been dead for a while. If you, like I say, if you check the Instagram, you'll see the finished versions of the color schemes, and I think it's worked quite well. The idea is that they wear silver armor, and then the cloth represents the gold and the warning symbols, so that they are a bit simpler, but they look like, you know, believers in the Iron Warriors kind of deal. And also really bloody ancient, so probably just dead things being reanimated in suits. Fun stuff! You know? Oh, by the way, I noticed that you've been playing, well, it was probably a little while ago now, but you played Darktide. What did you think of the newer, the Mechanicus guy? Is he any good? Because I've heard some people say he's bad and others say he's good, and I'm kind of hoping for a veteran replacement, because I feel like as the veteran I couldn't lay down enough fire and do all the headshots I wanted to do. They're both undercooked and overcooked. I've heard there's a build that's really powerful with the what's it, claw, and then every other option's crap, which is Darktide in a nutshell, I find. Yeah. Or not working correctly, and they haven't fixed it yet. This is why I couldn't continue to be part of the of their content creator program, because I just couldn't keep playing the game and be like, yes, this is good. Game is broken. Game crashes all the time on release. Stuff doesn't work. They also let me down because when I reported my completion of the stuff, they just never gave me the appropriate keys. And I was like, well, okay then. I see how much you care. Yeah, I hope that it's just that I had an unfortunate experience and it's not the norm. There again, they probably want closer to solo game creators as well, because I switch around all the time. So it's not quite the same. Okay, now you have two places that need gold. I don't know if I want to paint them gold, but I might do it. I'm not sure. Surrounded by one person, they ran off the... See, I have nothing against the one person. The one person must really care about it. Absolutely. But if they're not getting the resources they need, that's so unfair on that one person. Like, come on.
Access
Whoa.
granted. Welcome back.
Shona! Thank you for the 64 months. Shona, how are you doing? You created life recently. Is it going okay? Are you and Andy sleeping at all? I hope you're doing well. I hope the babby is doing well. I think we got told the name, but I'm also really bad at remembering. Hello, Pla. Haven't seen you in a while. Shona is in fact so tired. She doesn't know she shared the reset and is in fact hallucinating right now that she's replying. Apparently that's what being a new parent is like. So I'm told. Very hard. Little Robin is perfect there. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad it's worth the pain and suffering. So, I'm glad that you're happy and not just dying. Training a lot in Minecraft. I've mastered Sword Axe C PvP? Or should that just be PvP probably? And Elytra Mace PvP styles. Ooh. Cool, well done. I'm never going to learn those things, but I'm glad that you've enjoyed learning them. They're not a thing for me, but I'm glad they are a thing for you. There's absolutely loads of PvP people. CPvP is crystal. Oh, okay. Alright. Well then. Well done. Yeah, no clue. But I hope you've had a good time with it. It certainly sounds it. Okay, that feels much better. Consistency. So what's the fan art piece, Duke? Or do you mean it's like fan art for a streamer? Do I follow you on Instagram? And do you post these things to Instagram? Because Instagram's really shit at showing me everyone, so I'm never really sure. If I don't follow you, just send me a DM and be like, follow me on Instagram! Because then I'll follow you on Instagram. I'm just really crap at keeping up with it, and Instagram doesn't make it easy. I've noticed recently it's been eating some of my favorite creators' stuff, and I don't get to see it. And it's really annoying. It was hacked because I was... Oh, that's annoying. Did you get your account back though? I hope so. The good thing is, it doesn't matter if I mess up some of this interior because it's all going to get infilled. In black and maybe warning symbols, I'm not sure yet. Okay, we've got to do the exhaust port. I think Duke may have disappeared. Grinding your way up again. Fair enough. Oh, well done. Sorry you had to make a new account. So I'll just have to pop a little air bubble in the eye of this. Right. I don't think I need to do any more gold trim on this, so I think the next job is... Oh, hang on. There's a little chaos star. It just needs very basic coat. Okay, that looks clean and good. How we want. He's like, "Oh, I'm angry." Just what you want from the Chaos Marine. Hello, Lightning. Doing okay, thank you. How are you? Oh my god, is there more? Hang on. Oh, there's trim in here. What do you mean there's trim in here? Okay, there's a chain across it, so I don't have to worry too much. It's a skull. Oh, that does actually need trim painting around it. Okay, I'm gonna have to clean that up, but it's good enough. Still use my phone to play Minecraft. Oh, cool. Work side of it, which is nice. Build your legionaries for kill team. Nice. Is it the jump pack ones that are like overpowered right now? Or at least I've heard like a lot of people don't know how to handle them. Okay, so the next step is to move on to our brass colors. I mostly use this for like piping or bullet casings. 2 months. It's been a while. Well, it's good to see you back. Okay. So we're painting all the shells. We will need to do like a tiny little silver line. But that'll be fine. Just getting all his back sections. Making a mess of my brush. I'm gonna have to clean it. Just the base ones. Oh, okay. Try building and painting in general. Oh, okay. So this is this your? I didn't realize. Is this your first? Is this like your first kit? Yeah, I didn't realize. Oh, cool. Oh, that's great. Well, if there's anything you want to ask about hobby stuff at any time, feel free. You can always jump in the Discord and drop messages on there. I'm always happy to read stuff. We have a miniatures channel. People talk about all sorts of mini stuff. And so if you want any help, I'll be more than happy. You know, the thing about my style is that I think that everyone can start however they want. Alright, Sassy. Hope it goes well. See you later. Like, I think that you don't have to be perfect at first or anything. But I think that every time someone paints something, I can be like, here's the one thing to try next time, or on top of what you've done. And I think that is the way forward for people just starting out, because there's so many people who will overwhelm you with too many things, and I think that's just not the right way to go. Because just think about how much there is that you can do in Warhammer. Like, it'd just be too much. Also, please excuse my extremely lazy way of doing this. You'll understand why I've done it this way soon enough. I'm in a model channel where I'm not the main person posting. Yeah. Well, you know how much I like my mini stuff. Which is also why I like that you share what you do, Redtail, because it's a different side of the modelling hobby. And it's really nice to see how it all works a bit differently and the options and stuff. Hey, Johnny. Always slaying. Have you just come out of a meeting? Trying to get all the casings based. That will do. Is there any more that I need to do? I kind of want to leave a lot of the pipes silver. I might do one or two in like a brass. Actually, no, they're more of like red and black mix. I think there's just one bit of them. They need to get... To slow down my posting because I churn out 3+ kits to anyone else's 1. Oh boy. I'm in a bunch of like Warhammer discords and things. And they're normally just happy to have people posting at all. Like, it's a very different thing. Get a couple of these done. So a couple of them will be brass, most of them will be silver, some will be red. And it will just result in a good mix of colours. And that should do it. So now we're going to do the next guy. Next guy has the proper bullets, which are a bit different. First job is to check. We've got these little cable bits here. I like to do these little cable bits in brass. A lot of you don't know these kits though, so. But these are not the normal vents. I've done a little bit of conversion work. And I have accidentally left a gap in the top there that I didn't mean to. But the wash should cover it, if I do it right. Okay. See you later, Vive. Have a good one. Always been a hurdle for me, art in general really. Grew up with the bad habit of if I couldn't make it look exactly like I picture in my head, it wasn't worth trying. Trying to push past that type of thinking. If you want some help in getting started, Lightning, I'm happy to help. Like, if you've got a color scheme you want to do, 100% I can give you an easy way to do it. Because I have painted so many different, like, color schemes over the years that I found every way to cut corners and do it easier. So I'm more than happy to help you out with that anytime. Of a US assembly line? Okay, so what we're doing here is we want to paint the shells and the chain in this brassy color. And the reason I'm painting the chain the same color is it saves time. But we are going to paint the tips of these in a silver, because that's normally the color they would be. So the plan here is get the color on, then go back and do the silver. Clean my brush. Sets of ciggies. Oh my god. Yes, I remember your museum display painting and building. The fact is, if you've got the urge to make cool stuff, I want to see the cool stuff. Please share it. That's kind of where I'm at. Okay, I'm kind of painting blind here. It's fine. Put that all in there. Okay. So, next job. Top that up with the final color. Dry brush a highlight and do the wash. And that's it. Hello. Are you alright?
Yeah.
Were you outside? Hang on a sec, chat. I'll be right back. Right. Oh, okay.
Forever.
Forever. Alright, see you later. Anyway. Sorry, chat, I was just talking to Frosty. Palette convention. Yeah, see, that's the thing, like... It shouldn't be too much for you to share what you're doing. Okay. So the good thing about this copper color is it spreads so well I can kind of get away with it quite easily. Like that's coming out looking alright very quickly. The only other thing I have to do is these vent cover pieces. And I know all of this looks very, like, plain at the moment. But that's because we haven't reached the stage which pulls it all together. And as soon as we reach that stage, it's a huge difference. Suppose my list. Oh, that's a good idea. I'd like to see what your advice is. Maybe there's some stuff I could suggest. Or maybe there's some stuff I could learn. Either way, I'd like to see. If you post it now, I can look at it after stream. Yeah, miniatures would be the right place. Originally, the plan for the miniatures channel and the art channel was there would be like galleries, and the work in progress channel would be for like everyone's work as they're working on it. It has very much not been that. Hello, Taurine Machine, welcome back. How you doing? You doing all right? Okay, so we've done that very quickly. The next thing to do is just the couple of thin lines at the top. Okay. Okay. Now, I know I need to go back now with the gunmetal. Yeah, we're doing all right. So I've made some decisions. I've got some colors on, and we're now at the point where we've got to tidy up before we do the wash. Well, good thing is the way it's mixed at the moment. Don't need to add water for this bit. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to do the bullets on the other one, and then we'll go in and do any cleanup we need. No, actually. I want to, but I don't really have anyone nearby to organize games with to learn, because I want to learn and then play. My nearest place is actually the Wayland Games headquarters, and I'd like to go there. But when I asked about 40k, they were like, oh, it doesn't need any support, so we don't bother setting anything up. So I was like, oh, great. So I, not really any way to learn. And then my local Games Workshop only does games on a Thursday night, which obviously I stream at that time. So it's a bit difficult overall to find that time where I can go and learn. Yeah, at least this guy doesn't have cloth to pay. So now the next job, we're on cleanup. All 18 points so far. They're revised to include more model train stuff. With 3 posts due to Discord post length. Oh boy. I was thinking these would be like short bullet points, but clearly they are not. Tidy this cupboard. That down. It's looking good. Clean up around here. A bit clean up in there. Don't need to do shoulders because they'll be painted black later. There. I think I've missed anything else. Good enough. Check the old shins. Yeah, there's a little bit to do on the shins, so let's add a little bit of water. Hello, Rice Muffin. I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back. Oh, I will do my stretch in just a minute, Tori. Oh, I've missed a bit here. It's a little bit of at the top of the knee I didn't do the colour on. That's good. That's good there. A lot of this I can get away with. Just generally. Clean that bit. Okay, good on that. Wrist armor's looking good. Chest armor's looking good. Put it there. All good and clean. We're paying to reach some of that, so we'll leave it as is. Anything on the head to patch? Nope. Okay, right. Kind of short. It's a brief note for each point. For example, point 1 is do not be intimidated. Oh, yeah. Ugh. Yes, the first... Being shit at something is the first step to being kinda good at something. Which is a quote from something I don't remember. That's the wrong colour. It's a quote from something I don't remember. Are Prime subs gone? I didn't think so. They could be broken right now. Oh, if you've not been on for a while, when you click on subscribe, there's a tick box now instead. So there's like a little tick box that says use Prime. Is that maybe it? Oh, I don't think you can use them on mobile anymore, yeah. I think the solution to that is you can go, if you go to your mobile web browser and tick the box that says open in desktop mode, it will let you access all of the normal desktop stuff. And then you won't be forced into the extra 30% cost and then not being able to use Prime, etc. Thin your paints. Oh, yes, this is, yeah, that is a thing that everyone says. There is certainly an amount of learning how to kind of judge thinning your paint. Okay, right. So, We've done the first few layers, so we're now on to the first thing for this. So have you always gifted a sub? You look so nice. Thank you. If you join the Discord and you have your Twitch account attached to Discord, you can also use them all over Discord too. And if you have Nitro, we've made it so you can also access the animated versions as well. Like, there's all sorts of stuff to that working, but right, it's time to make these look nice. What was the other thing I was going to say? I can't remember. Oh, we've got 2 more emotes coming soon. 3 actually, but I've got to animate one, so that's going to take a little while. And now we watch as it suddenly doesn't look so... Oh, wait. I've missed a step. Now the question is, do I normally do it before or after this wash? I normally do it before. Oh no. Yeah, if you turn up to the stream early and talk in chat, like 5 minutes before, 10 minutes before stream, you get a special role in the Discord that gives you access to something called Cult Chat. And Cult Chat is where I post all of our, like, upcoming stuff. Like, if I'm working on something new, you'll find it there. Right, so. So I've made a slight boo-boo in that I got ahead of myself because I need to do my dry brush highlight. If you see a perfect model, the builder of that model only sees their mistakes and the flaws. Yes, that's a big thing. There's an amount of learning how to accept that what you're doing won't be perfect because you'll see the flaws in it. But to other people, it'll be a really cool thing. I mean, you hear it from me all the time. Like, yeah, my own warriors are good, but they're not the best, or whatever. I think I might have done the dry brush after the wash, judging by how this is coming out. I've forgotten, which is really unhelpful as colour schemes go. Let me have a look at Kravik, because Kravik was my original. I think he got a wash and then the highlight. I did. Yeah, now it's straight up silver. Sorry, chat, I'm just figuring some things out. Yeah, I think I did the wash afterwards. Not before. Have fun. That is the most important part. Okay, I think I'm going to go with the wash. And we're going to see how it turns out if I dry brush afterwards. I think it should result in a more like patinaed armor. And it will mean that the highlight stands out more, which is good for the tabletop. Okay. We have 2 layers of wash to do as well, so... we'll see how it goes. But this is my favourite part of the process. It also makes it stand out better on the camera, because there's more contrast for the camera to see. I'll have a look and tell. I'm sure there's a big step up in ability over the time, because there often is for me. Although I like to spend a long time on one model to kind of get my head around it for the color scheme, and then I can go on and do the rest of the army in a faster way that gives the same effect while leaving that character or whatever looking just a little fancier than everyone else. With the way that this works, there's going to be an amount of wait, I lost my train of thought. Never mind. I'm gonna just paint this guy. Different paints, yeah. Yeah, it's amazing the difference time can make with, well, time and practice. Just getting a little shade. Also, I know I'm washing black over everything right now. It's not the final wash. This just allows shading very quickly. So then we got to make him look a little rusty. It's good on the back there. So now I just need to do the belt and work my way around to the gun. Yeah, I think the answer is to do the wash before the highlight. For sure. It's been too long since I've done the base armor, and I forgot. But there again, the variation on the Chaos Marine is kind of good. Okay, that's all. You're all done there. We'll get these pipes covered even though they're not going to remain that colour. Three or four more just today, oh boy. First just the Machina. Yellow decks for wood. Oh, sorry. It's garbage. It was the first time I mixed paint colours. Oh. Yeah, I may not have any suggestions for expanding the list purely because I don't tend to be so serious on it. I think that a lot of my advice comes from people being specifically stuck on something or specifically unsure about something. Like if you show me a model, I'll be able to be like, ah, you could do this as your next thing to try. I'm often not a fan of you should do this every time. I don't know why. I think it's because I often don't go the same direction as a lot of people who teach all this stuff. I have my own way of doing it and figuring it out. Okay, that's looking pretty good. You know, the entire army that I've done for my Iron Warriors is completely just a themed thing. Right, so that's the first wash on him. Now we need to do the first wash on this guy. And once he's done, honestly, we might be able to do the brown wash on the other guy. At which point, my speed painting idea goes out the window. Just options for the mood of the day, yeah. Oh, nice red tail. I'm glad it went well. I know you were quite worried about it, so I'm glad that it went better than you thought it would. So, because of the way wash, like the density of wash, it has great surface tension, which means when there's a little hole in something, it has a tendency to make a little bubble, and I have to blow it to get rid of it, otherwise it dries that way. The bubble never bursts, and it just stays forever the same way. It's very annoying. So I'm just going to try and get all in here. This area being darker is kind of good, so we're all good on that front. Yeah, I think that would definitely help. I don't think I would ever do a panel unless people were like really desperate for me to. But even then, like, there are other people who will do it probably better. So it's unnecessary for me to do it. His legs completely done. Let's get that a little bit flipped just to be sure. Okay. Good. I guess we're up to the torso now. So we're just getting all the torso washed in black, so it's nice and contrasted. And then we get the other arm down. Yeah. So the good thing about doing this way around is that you kind of end up doing all the recesses, so that when I go back with the brown wash, the brown, like, I don't end up with brown recesses, but I do end up with like surface rust and discoloration, stuff like that. And that's kind of the goal here, is to kind of achieve that look of this shit's old as hell, you know? That's what I'm aiming for here. Right, let's get the back of the gun. And when the back of the gun is done, I think my plan is I'm going to do the whole gun and then work my way around the belt to the backpack. That should do it nicely. What do we think so far, chat? Looking alright? Are we pleased? Does he look like an angry man with a big gun? Because that's kind of the goal here. Just get rid of that. Right, onto the belt. Haven't done the shoulders, but we'll do the belt first. See the way the black wash really makes a big difference on these belts in particular. Things I've got to make sure there's not too much of it, or it will just fill in some of these holes completely, and then when it dries it just looks like a black mess rather than shadows. Your face is an angry man. Wow, thanks, Johnny. Thanks, Lightning. That sounds like a good idea, Red Tail. And get yourself some sleep. And we'll see you next time. Okay, so we're onto the backpack now. How far are we? We're 10 past 7. Okay. So I think I reckon we could get all 4 done, but not the warning stripes. I think I then might have to do the warning stripes later. Just a little bit tidy up on this. So it's fine. There we go. Sorry, I had to do the same thing as before and get some of that wash out. It's all done. Here. Realize I haven't done the shoulders or the helmet. Did I do the back of the belt? I don't remember. No. I did some of it, but not all. Oh, God. There we go. I'll do the job. Where am I going with this wash? Gotta get under here. Gotta get under here and under here. Gotta get into the back of the shoulder here. Okay. Just got the helmet left to do. All the vents. That there. Okay. He is shaded. He's throwing shade. Okay. Do some historical figures. I have thought about doing that. I wouldn't mind giving it a go, seeing what I come up with. Okay, right. So that is looking pretty good. He's not dry yet. There's some bits that are still drying. But it's made all of the bullets stand out. We've done this very quickly and still effectively. We're going to paint the shoulders and this section of the gun in black. And then we have to decide if there's any other panels we want to do in black on him, which I'm sure there will be. Then we got to get that cloth, get that painted somehow. And then we do some red bits to kind of colour it out. And it should be good. But they both need to dry, so in theory we can now do the next two. However, I don't know if I should... I might try dry brushing the silver in between when this is dry. Oh, a bit too much here. This is the other thing. When wash is drying, it tends to move a bit. And you just got to make sure it doesn't pull too much anywhere that you actually really don't want it to. Because it can make new shapes. And if you end up making new shapes, that's not fun. Like block up gaps or end up adding a sheen where you don't want it. That kind of thing. I think we've done alright here. Yeah, looks pretty good. Just trying to spread some of the black wash out, but I think we're good. I'm not seeing too much pooling where I don't want it, so yeah. Okay, so what do we think so far? I think they're coming along. They've got their base colours. I did that pretty fast, I would say. Just over 2 hours. Whoa. What do we think, chat? Shall I do the gold on these two next? Or shall we focus and try and get the other two completely done? I feel like I could at least get the gold trim done on these two. Even if I don't finish them, I feel like I'm falling further and further behind. Squad trim? Okay. So let's stick with that. I'm just going to shake up my gold paint because it's having a time. Ah, there we go. Some nice fresh gold paint. Right. Got a bit of water. Go. Do what we did with the other ones. Start with the gloves. Do the shoulder pads. Do the gun last because it has weird bits on it that don't quite add up in my mind. Sorry, chat. I'll try not to move off the camera as best I can. Let me know if it starts going out of focus or anything. How's everyone doing today, though? You guys been doing anything interesting? Anything going on? Maybe you've got some hobbies that you're either starting or working on? Mark 3 armor is quite easy to do trim for. Just so you guys know, this shoulder pad is a Mark 3 one. It's quite nice and clean to paint. You know, once this army's done, there's actually more humans in it than there are space marines. Let's get MOT today. They said they couldn't do it. Oil level was too high. 6 litres came out. The engine capacity is 3.8. The bastards at the garage I took it to for MOT topped it up because it was fine. Oh my god. That's actually ridiculous. What's going on? It sounds like the people who looked at your car are just majorly trying to scam, which is awful. Gunpla model this week that I used paint pens on first. Ooh. Please, please share it in the Discord. I want to see. I want to see how your project goes. I'm also very interested in like how useful paint pens are. Sounds like you've had a real time with that other garage though. I wonder if it's enough to take any sort of legal route. Yeah. Hello, Commander Snow. I haven't seen you in ages, so nice to see you back. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Years ago, I bought an aircon unit, and it is it's been the best thing I've ever done. Like, I'm surviving. I know a lot of people right now are like, they just can't handle being on Twitch because they don't want to be at their computer because they're all melting. And I completely understand. It sucks. We're all kind of rooting for the temperature change soon. This is why I really appreciate those of you who've been able to survive coming to chat so I'm not all on my own and bored. In my house every day and trying to get out of that. That is, yeah, very reasonable. Jeez. Sorry you're having to deal with that. That sucks. We've been quite warm, but I've found that if we get up and move around and don't just sit in one place, while I'm walking around, the sweat doesn't stick to me as much. But yeah, it's been a bit of a time. The miniatures channel is fine, to be honest, Lightning. It's what it gets used for now, is just anything to do with miniatures. I think they were pissed off because I told them to continue the MOT. And the second time around, they decided they'd make sure it failed. Fuckers. Wait, so they didn't even do a full MOT that you were paying for? They wanted to just stop as soon as they found a failure? That's not how MOT works. What? That's not how that works. Is that illegal? I want to say that's illegal, because it sounds illegal. Get quite a lot of trim. Ah. Just repoint my brush. The point of fine point paint pens. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing the results. I will have a look as soon as stream's over. Especially because I've been quite interested in finding out about it. I'm gonna have to clean up this guy's knee. To express the level of bullshit this is. I'm pretty sure it's reporting them to some sort of ombudsman level. I don't really know what you'd have to do for that, but taking them to court in some way seems completely reasonable to me. Got the old Mark III knee, but then he's got a Chaos leggy over here that I've got to deal with. I don't quite know how I'm going to reach it because I've covered it still. Whoops. Don't need MOT or insurance. I also don't have a lot of safety. Come on, the snow. Oh, I'm gonna do this bit of leg first. Trim up one. A little bit there done. There's definitely some tidying I'm going to have to do here. How did I handle the edges of these panels? Do I do them gold? No, which is good because I don't want to. That's for the correct oil in. It's been rescheduled for next Tuesday. However, is it with a different company? Because fuck those guys. I would never go near them ever again. Oh. There's a different place. Wait, what? Do you mean the place that put too much... Oh my god. I'm so confused. So you took it to a new place, and they found what the other place did. Is that what you're saying? Sounds very annoying. Cool. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we report the other people. For sure. I'm doing this in such a weird way, but it's working quite well. Definitely a little bit tidying that's going to have to go on there. But he is coming together. We'll do his other shoulder. Ugh, his entire back. I forgot. 6 litres of depot oil, no viscosity changes or other indications. Due to cooling or fuel leak. Yeah, no, that doesn't. I don't know how that would get in there. Hello, Johnny. Are you doing meetings and stuff? Or have you managed to get away from some of them for a bit? preparing for them. Hello, Hecate. How you doing? Haven't seen you in chat for a little while. Hope everything's okay. There's a couple of meetings I want to have. Ah, okay. Are they things to, like, get stuff out of the way? You're not well? I'm sorry. Hopefully we can take your mind off of not being well. Can't imagine the heat is helping. With focus project I'm technically leading. Oh, you're leading a project? That's cool. Are you pleased that you're leading the project? I'm quite glad that this list I've done does not contain as much chaos trim as it could contain. Although I think that trying to speed run the trim is what it makes it more tiring. Oh yes, I have seen how bullshit that is. And frankly, I think in 99% of places, well, we know it's going to fail. It's already been challenged. The hope is that it's going to get turned back, like, very quickly. And even if it doesn't, the likelihood that most places will just ignore it, or we're going to end up with gender-neutral bathrooms. Like, I think that's where we're going towards. Because I just can't see any other way around it. The good thing is, I'm seeing in more and more places that the bathrooms are like individual bathrooms. They're not like, you know, it's not like a room with cubicles anymore. A lot of places I've been have been like, it's a cubicle, so it doesn't matter. I tested automation for like 5 years. And sick to absolute death of it. Fair enough, Tommy. But yeah, I'm very much against this new legislation. I think it's fucking stupid. And my only hope is that it gets thrown out very, very quickly. And I think we have a chance of that happening. So I will continue to believe in that chance. Yeah, I think there's a good chance it's going to get overturned because it's the day, like literally hours after it went into effect, it was challenged already. So I think there's a good chance it's going to go just down in flames. And I think most companies, you know, any company that you would choose to go to that, you know, supported you as a person will just not give a shit about the legislation and you'll be able to go in. 100% it's going to see a rise in abuse of women in general, and I think that they're all going to go, oh shit, we fucked up real bad. That trim's going to be interesting to me, see if I want to do Chaos Army or not. I think the thing about painting an army is the models are expensive, so take your time. Like, the reason I want to get these painted quicker is because I'd quite like to potentially take part in one of those armies on parade competitions. And so I want to get on with this so that I actually have stuff painted for it. And I'd like to do like a board for display and things. I've got some cool ideas for it if I can get it all together. I've always wanted to take part in something like that, but I've never really had the chance. Some of this. Of course, with a kill team, we've only got to do 5, so it's not as bad as it could be. Gonna leave the head without any trim, I think. So our next job, after doing the backpack that takes forever, is to do the gun. Sorry, I'm holding it a bit away from the camera there. A little bit more paint. What did I do for the other one? Oh, I went all the way across the... Okay. If I painted this whole front section. Did I? Sort of. All that trim is painted in. A bit across the top. And across the top. Like that. I hit everything over there? I think I have. Did I paint that bit gold? No, good, I don't want to. Excuse me. Right, that's the gold trim. I'm getting faster at the gold trim. Vindicator and Predator, but I want 10 of each. That is expensive. I'm currently planning to convert Lehman Russes into a Vindicator and a Predator, using some Horus Heresy parts to make some like Traitor Guard type ones, which I'm quite excited about doing. Right, so this guy only needs the brass to it. But let's do the second wash while now we've done the first lot of gold. Yeah, I hope so. I've got some ideas for it that I think will look pretty cool. Where is this? Okay, right, so we're now onto the brown wash, which is going to add that rusted look to the armor. And it'll go on in different amounts everywhere, which should result in bringing the gold up, and the silver will look rustier, and overall it should result in a very decent look. Pulls it together, but also pushes those colours. I think it works quite well, and I've really liked it on my army so far. Alex, thank you for the 215 stream streak. Oh, I may have missed another one earlier, actually, because someone shared it before. Temetry with 115 as well. Sorry, Alex, this is 215. That's a bit. It's a little bit more. Sorry, Temetry. How are you doing, Alex? Things going okay? How is the heat where you are, actually? Is it okay? Is it as bad as it's been over here? No. I don't know what that means. Wisconsin? Oh, waiting for the workday to be over. So you are bored. What do you do again, Alex? I can't remember. I don't know if you've told us before what you do for work, but I'd be interested to know. Software testing. Oh god, okay, I understand now why you're waiting for the day to be over. Yeah. When you run out of stuff to do in software testing, it's the most boring thing ever. So I completely understand. Have you had anything interesting to work on today? Oh, you do that as well, Lightning? Nice. That's cool. You guys should tell the rest of your department about the stream. That's definitely the way to go. Help support the stream by getting your entire department to watch the stream. Software testing. Oh! Fair enough, Lightning. Fair point. But yeah, if you want to help out the stream, it's a really good way to do it. Just like send it to your friends and be like, hey, this guy does the thing and I like watching the thing. You might like watching the thing too. Especially tomorrow when Truck Coon will be supporting me from another world. Although I will be Truck Coon, so yeah. Anyway, I'm looking forward to it. Find a way to put stream on all the smart meeting. That's the big brain move right there. Absolutely. Okay, so we're getting the dirt colours onto the gun. We've done the backpack. Once these dirt colours are on the gun, the next thing is to do the belt feed. I'm also going to need to paint in these holes in the gun because they're really not covering up with the stuff I'm doing. There's still silver inside. Okay. This should add the rest of the colour. Oh god! Thank you for the 2 subs, sorry. Scared the poop out of me, but I managed to stop myself before I wrecked anything. Okay. So the brown wash is now done on this guy, making him look a bit dirtier. Now we can go on to the second guy. Jeez, so we are now 13 subs away from 150. We're well on the way. Be nice if we could do that real soon. That would make me very happy. Nice thing about these open panels is when you do the brown wash, it really adds that kind of rust style. Just little bits of rust, like dirt and oil. This brown really covers a lot of things for me, you know? And like the black wash does all the shadow, so then when the brown wash goes on, it's already dark enough in those recesses that it doesn't just look like I've done a brown wash. It looks like you've got a combination of all the different things you want it to appear to have, of like dirt, oil, a little bit of rust, and just all the things that age would hit it with. Also, OBS froze earlier, so I'm hoping Friday I can do my big upgrade and get that all working again. Because it really needs reinstalling. But I've got to figure out dual streaming the way I used to do it. Get that going. Okay. Let's get all this shading in here without blocking any gaps. Did I get it? No, not quite. This little gap here I want to clear it. Can't quite. It's clear on this side, but not quite this side. Got down there. Didn't actually finish doing the legs. Get some rusty legs. Which is how I feel after walking through London yesterday. Like I have rusty legs. I'm quite tired. The Iron Warriors paint? I haven't, but I had a chat with someone about like what the difference is, and they were like, well, it's basically lead belchers but a slightly different formula. Do you mean the paint, or are you talking about painting Iron Warriors in general? Because this is my first time doing an Iron Warriors army, and I've been wanting to do one for years and years, and I finally got the stuff together to do one exactly as I wanted, and I'm very pleased with how it's been turning out. I don't know which one of the paint. Oh yes, okay. So I did answer that question. Cool. But yeah, I prefer lead belchers because the it's almost the same shade. No, it's not lead. Sorry. A lot of people say Iron Warriors is the highlight for lead belchers, but that's only if you edge highlight. There is another option, which I think turns out better because it's brighter, so I can dry brush it, because I find if you're going to dry brush a highlight, you need to go one level higher than you would if you were edge highlighting. So, hang on, let me just do this belt. Just trying to have a think. Like, I go much higher on my highlights when I dry brush because I find the color gets dulled when you dry brush. So if you go a level higher on the color, you end up with a better finish. Oh my god, words. Don't worry, chat. I have used words before. I'm just apparently not very good at them today. As all their Iron Warriors use lead belcher rather than the paint with their name on it. Yeah, it's because the coverage is better, I think. Iron Warriors also came out later. Lead Belcher came out when they changed all the names. Iron Warrior came out when they were like, oh, let's do multiple levels of this. Also, yeah, the dry brush color definitely needs to come on afterwards because look how dull this guy looks now. Like, he's shaded, but he needs something to kind of bring him out of that depth. You could stop here, and he looks pretty decent, but for me, because I've done stuff for so long, I feel I need to go another level higher, so I'm going to, when they're dry, they're going to get that dry brush. For now, though, we go back to our detailing brush, and we've got more silver, which, to be fair, if I do all the trim, I've got past the worst bit. I've done the worst job if I finish the trim on this guy. And then there's just another squad of them. Okay, have you got any gold to go on your face? Doesn't look like it. Okay. This guy has a lot of Mark III armor. It really makes him look quite different than the others. I've had quite a fun time kind of mixing the different armor types. Using my Horus Heresy bits. And I'm really pleased with how all of this is turning out. Oh. Now, do I do a trim around his neck? Oh, he's got trim around the back of his head. Never mind. No trim for your neck. Trim for back of head. Sorry, I want to bring this a bit closer to me. I have a tendency to like slowly move off the camera throughout a stream. I think I'm getting a bit better at it, but it's not great. I'm doing this. I don't mean to, it just kind of happens that way, you know? But yeah, this guy has Mark III armor, but then he's got the waist plates from the Havocs. And I think it's resulted in quite a nice little, like, variation. Hello, Frosty. Frosty, what have you been doing while I've been streaming today? You got anything interesting? I know you said you sorted out the sofa so it fit how you wanted. It under the gazebo. Hey Manny! My world is shattered! Thanks some first light through the face mask. Oh, that sounds nice. So you've had a nice time during that while I've been streaming. Manny, I'm trying my best to speed paint this squad because I've got a second one to do. I'm not sure I'm going to make it. But my goal is to reach a point where I can paint 5 miniatures in one painting stream. Because I used to be even faster than that. But I want to get, you know, back to those speed painting levels that I used to be at. Wishing it was problems. It's kind of one of those things of, I've got to learn the balance again. I finish cleaning the kitchen, might go eat then clean. Sounds like a good idea, Frosty. Might have more energy to finish up. Which would be nice. Sweatshop levels. Something like that. People used to commission me to paint their armies, and I used to get them done in an evening. More energy, more passion, yeah. It would also just be nice for me when you're back to work tomorrow. Tomorrow I've got time to do some hobby. Then Friday I'm working on updating OBS properly. More footwork? Is that the other bit? I've only ever heard the more energy, more passion bit. Some of these memes get cut down so much. I think that's what it is. It has been... It's been a while since I've heard that one. Hey, maybe we'll bring it back to the mainstream. Who knows? Probably not, but who knows? How are things going for you, Manny? You getting on alright? It was something this really cool thing where it doesn't work. Oh no. Could be the cable. If you're lucky. A pink keyboard from the Electronics Boneyard. Look, if it works, it works. Okay. Just trying to get into all these gaps and get all the gold done. I think I've done alright there. At least when I do the Las cannons for these guys, it's going to be a lot easier because they don't hold their gun across their body. I have to paint my nails to complement it. I mean, if you had them done to complement your keyboard before, black and pink is often a pretty good color combination, right? Oh shit, it's everyone's favorite song, chat. This disposal unit. It's the Imperium mix. There's definitely some tidying I'm going to have to do with these leggies. Okay, I've done what I can there. So next job is the waste plates, but I need to clean my... I'm not that basic. Oh, okay. Oh, thanks, Zero. Oh, the spine. Okay, yeah, that was necessary. Okay. So now we've got to do these plates. Okay. I'm not going to paint the spikes in the middle. I don't think I need to. Paint the skull. skull gets the gold treatment too. There we go. Okay. So that leaves me with the weaponry, which is so much of this guy. Ah! Thinking about it, we should have done a prediction for today as to whether I'd get all of these done. We got to come up with doing with more things for predictions. Oh my god, Manny. Just don't shit yourself, alright? This is the only advice I can offer at this point. When you've reached this point in the situation, just do that. So now I got to do these bits here. Oh, my poor Manny. The thing you can shart is the remnants of the coffee. Because your body's got no food, it's going to be liquid. That is dripping down the leg bad time. Mm-hmm. Yep. Hope work's going well otherwise, though. Good thing is the washes will cover a lot of this, so I don't have to. I don't really have as many fixes as I might need. You're right, Paracortis. How many data centers do you think it would take being robbed for it to for the insurance to become too expensive? I'm just pondering, you know? Okay, just got these panels. And then the whole gun. But at least once the gold is done, this is the worst bit over. Or the longest bit, at least. Oh, I missed this little spiky spike. Okay. Oh. Ah, whatever, it can just be a variation. There needs to be more variations in these anyway. There's a bit here I didn't paint gold on the other one. Okay. Fresh gold. There's so much metal flake in my water pot right now. Realizing that, of course, I'm going to paint this gold later, black later, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, you guys looking forward to tomorrow? With Truck Coon? Okay, need some more gold, thank you. I'm looking forward to driving my little K truck around and murdering people. I'm sure there will be little to no consequences for it as well. Whose cult leader is a truck? Oh my god. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in it. Sorry, I think I just took that off the screen, which was rather silly. Right, so that just leaves a lot, actually. Oh, not a lot, just more bits than I wish was left. Okay. Gold. Done. And Truck Coon's origins. They're from the electronics boneyard. We'll praise the mighty truck. Oh, I hope it's as good as it looks. It seems like it's going to be a lot of fun. God, like, comparatively, these guys look like ancient statues now. They really need their highlights. Look at Mr. Ancient Statue here. Right. I think the next thing to do is the brass colours on these guys. Let me just double check on these. So It's literally those pipe bits and the shells. So on this one, that's all on his backpack. And there's the belts. Okay. I think if we do that next, and then we dry brush the highlights on the other ones, we should be in a pretty good place overall. So this one only needs the belt doing.
Warning. Raid
Ah!
incoming.
Haley! Hello, thank you for the raid. Oh, and Az!
Raid incoming.
Hello! Hi, guys. Oh, Azza, happy birthday for the other day. I hope you had a nice day. What have you guys been up to today? Hello, Hilly. Hi, Azza. Hello, Foop. This is not Az. No, you've been raided. Hello, Spec. Oh, it's tomorrow. Sorry. Happy birthday for tomorrow. Hello. Before he race. Yes, you've managed to finish a bit earlier than me for a change. So you've managed to get me. I like raiding you guys because I know that my chat will have a good time. What were you playing today? Because you finished your soul lock. So you must be on to the next thing, right? Birthday stream tomorrow. Trivia quiz event. Oh, okay. Oh, that sounds really interesting. You'll have to let me know how it goes. I hope you have a good time. I'm going to be Truck Coon tomorrow. Supporting anime protagonist from another world. Avatar Quest for Balance. Don't recommend! And now we're doing some Lords of the Fallen. Is that the fantasy one that's like £7 and looks like a good Elder Scrolls? Or am I thinking of something else? Anyway, I've been trying to speed paint these guys today, so we've got the initial coloration on these two. I've done the trim on these two so they can have their first wash. And this is what the overall scheme is supposed to look like. On the way. Sunset got Dark Souls-esque Souls-like. Oh, is it the one that's like a little bit sci-fi-ish Souls-like? Or hang on, because I've actually got open on a tab specifically the game I wanted to get. I may have closed it now. It's not that one. I closed it, so I don't know if it is the one I was thinking of. Never mind. Very edgy medieval stuff. Oh, okay. No, it is a different one. But it was good, was it? Like progressing. Oh, that's cool. I'm glad the co-op was good. I know the pair of you play a lot of games together. So it's cool that you guys keep finding this stuff. Oh, I played I finished Split Fiction with Frosty. And we started It Takes Two, but in between we played Lego Voyagers. And the story is so good. It's like a one-stream game. It's like 4 hours or so. I can definitely recommend Split Fiction. It was really fun to play. I absolutely believe that the writers were too scared to make them gay, but they have that lesbian energy. But yeah, Lego Voyagers, you can get it on CD keys for like £8, and only one of you needs to own it, and it's so good. But Frosty and I have started It Takes Two, and that is... It's pretty fucked up in a way. It's Definitely not a children's game, that's for sure. Okay, that's all the brass I have to look up. But yeah, Lego Voyagers was so much fun. And yeah, if you want lots of weird shit to go on, Split Fiction's a lot of fun. It's got that Assassin's Creed, like, you're in the game doing stuff, but at the same time there's an outer world where the story is continuing. It's like the old Desmond bits, in a way, but it's self-contained. I hope that makes sense, because I feel like I'm making it make less and less sense. But I'm trying. But I hope you had fun. And I really appreciate the raid. It's very kind of you. And, will you be going live earlier in the day tomorrow? Or will it be around the same stream time as me? Because if it's earlier in the day, I'll try and pop in. Because obviously I can't if I'm streaming, that's just, you know, physics. Mods, have we done a shout out, by the way? I just want to double check we have actually done the shout outs for Az and for Haley. They're both very nice. We should do those. Even if we have done them, do them again. Why not? What difference is it going to make if we do them twice? Siri, you know how to do it, right? They were shouted. Do it again! A little earlier than the Wednesday stream time. Okay, I might be able to pop in. Oh god, I missed some gold. He's got a cheeky little plate in there of mist. Oh damn it. I'll sort that out in a minute. Okay, that should be suitably coated though. There's a cooldown of 1 hour for shouting out a channel. That's some bullshit right there. Well chat, if you don't already, click on Az's name or on Haley's name. And click the little follow heart on them. It's very easy. You can literally click on their name and it's right there. It takes no time at all. And then you'll find out when Az does his little his quiz, which I'm sure I know none of the answers to. It's been easier than 2026, yes. Actually, it's been like that for a really long time, but no one pays any attention to these things. But yeah. Right, I need to clean my brush before I do another layer, but I just want to check something very quickly. I'd like to do many more. Oh, okay. Sorry, I need to check something. I need to check. It is Spec. Spec, I'm sorry I didn't reply to you. Literally had a barbecue on that weekend and we were tidying the house. It was a fucking nightmare and I've had 0 time and I'm really sorry I didn't get back. If you're still around. Spec will know what I'm talking about. Anyway. Okay. I've stopped. Okay. Okay, so, I just need to get these shells painted. Once they're done, which they are. You had a barbecue? Yeah. Sarah, you were there. Are you okay? Are you UK based? I've never known if you are or not. But I don't think you are anymore. I think you said something about moving. From the UK, but haven't. There we go. I was going to say we'd have to invite you to the barbecue next year. I suppose we still can. It's up to you if it's worth it. We have a few people. Like every year, we have a barbecue with a bunch of my community members, and Macedonia. Then Japan. Now Macedonia for almost... Wow. Why? Well, I live in England right now. I know why generally, but like, what took you out that way? And I don't know. I just want to know. It sounds really interesting. Living in Japan and Macedonia is like crazy to me. Must have had a great experience. Does that mean you speak the languages fluently, or are you still garbo at them? I have lots of questions. This is all very interesting to me. I like hearing about what people do and what they get up to, and you've done some especially interesting things by the sounds of it. Okay, that should make up for colours. Then we'll just fill in... redo the tips of the bullets. That should be good. I've got to do the gold on his thingamabob over here. Sorry, chat knows that I find it very interesting when people have done just like things I haven't experienced, or I don't know. I'm always interested in people's stories, you know? Wolf hungers for your life story. Yes. I like to know about people. I think everyone has an interesting story of some kind, because they haven't lived the life that I've lived, so therefore their story is interesting to me. Okay, so I think we've got the basis of that done. I gotta do the gold on that plate. Then tidy up the silver. And then these can have their washes. And at the very least, we will have done the main colours. We'll be left with doing the black and the warning signs, which is pretty great as things go. Okay. Sorry, let me move out of the way. Oh. Now, either Az is right, it's a very long reply, or I've scared him off and we're never going to see him ever again. Always got distracted. Which I completely understand. He did just stream for however long. Okay. We got all in there done. We've got the trim. A heated conversation. Oh, okay. Why are you? I'm sorry. I'm just really interested in your like what took you to the other countries, and And you know, did you learn the languages? Are you still rubbish at them? Yeah, sorry. Do you know what I should do? I should do an interview series. I should get like small streamers on and ask them about like what they've done and why they're like someone you should watch. I think it'd be really cool. You could get like the idea out of people, like you know, what makes you different. You actually pull out what makes them a streamer to watch. It could be really cool. I've always wanted to do lots of stuff like that. It's just a night to like actually get it working properly and be consistent. Okay. Now, I think I did these guys faster than the other ones, and therefore there's more mistakes. Which Mark 3 needs. Very easy to accidentally get gold in the wrong place. Long story short, met Spec at university. She's from Estonia. Got together after a year apart. Unfortunately, decided long distance sucks. I agree. I applied for a job in Estonia. I was an artist for 3 years in a 3D animation studio. What? You do 3D animation? That's really cool. And I don't let me ask you to do stuff, because like injury to spine/arm. I was out of work. 8 months of recovery, decided to apply for the JET program, Japanese exchange teaching. Got in, went to Japan together for 6 years. Oh shit, that's so cool. And now unemployed/self-employed for 2 to 3 years, streaming and arting. Oh, what is that? Bread. Why is there a bread emote? I don't know, but okay. That's very cool. Now please explain the bread emote that Spec has posted, because I imagine there's some backstory to this. Especially because I imagine that's probably a representation of Spec. My Estonian sucks, just an odd word here and there. My Japanese is basic, nothing deep. But I can take care of myself and get around. Ooh! And then the Fire Nation attacked and the economy went down the gutter and we landed back in North Estonia. Oh, I see. I can completely understand that. I have been waiting for the economy to recover, and like, once we finally sort that shit out, I feel like if I can just survive until then, the stream can take off again. But it's just people don't have money, and I can't expect them to, because the world sucks right now. But I'm glad I'm able to keep on going and provide people a place to kind of hang out and chat and kind of get away from it, even if I've just brought it up, which I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. Please go back to enjoying your evenings. I feel like we might be since I understood. Yeah. I don't know. 2020 to 2022 was okay. 2022? I don't know. I'm just hopeful we get back to a point where it feels at least a little bit better. I keep feeling like I see stuff and it's like, oh, there's a chance, and then yeah. Are these? Oh my god, you have cats? I didn't even know you had cats. How did I not know that? If you're in the Discord, you should share pictures of your cats, because everyone will be very happy. It'd be nice to be able to do programming as a career again. Yeah. Cat tax! That's fair though, Fu. I completely understand. all of these things right now are such a pain. Like, trying to find stuff. That's why I'm glad that I'm lucky enough to have the community I have. And I really appreciate them for keeping this going while I slowly unravel mentally every stream. Hooray! Yeah, speaking of programming, actually, Ciro and I work on this thing called Silverwolf because we're really bad at naming things. But also, it's our answer to a lot of things that we felt were missing from streaming. Like, from stuff as simple as a reliable sub counter that won't suddenly ignore a whole bunch of parameters, to things like the notice board, which Pebs has. And the way we've done it is, the plan is it's going to cost $5 a month forever. The price will never change, because I think for the price of a subscription to a channel, you should be able to run all your shit properly. And we keep adding more and more stuff to it as well. We can't help it. We just keep adding more features. But yeah, it might be worth checking out. If you want to know any more about it, because we're really shit at explaining it, you can always ask me directly, like, if it works, and if you ever, or how it works. And if you're ever like, oh, I want this feature to exist, just ask. We'll probably make it happen. We're quite good at that. I'm like genuinely a problem for Ciro because of how often I'm like, oh, what if we added this? And it's just like, oh, this is something that no one's ever done before. Fortunately, I'm often like, this is the way I'd like it to function, which I think helps a bit. Maybe. Am I right, Ciro? I don't know. We've had fun working, I think. I'm hoping once I sort out a couple more things, I'll have more time to do, like, info videos about it. But a lot of my fancy stuff is Silverwolf. In fact, probably all of it at this point, because we find that every time I set up something fancy, because not enough people use it, other services discontinue them. It's such a pain. Or they just break. You're saying yes for Lent, and it hasn't ended yet. Sarah, I think that one's out of date. So I'm just repainting the tips of the bullets in silver. Fortunately, these further down ones are easier to do. Nice thing is, once this is done, because of the highlight I use, it's not perfect. It's not the end of the world. Okay? Okay. From everyone. What? Update. Okay. Anyway, if you guys would like to see me completely unravel tomorrow, drop a follow, because I'm going to be playing Truck Coon is supporting me from another world. Okay, so next job is to... Have I done the cleanup? Not quite. There's a couple of bits I still need to clean up on the sky. once I've done that, I can do the wash. Okay. So fine. I actually think that was it. Was that the only bit I needed to do? The rest all looks good. Any other issues? Oh, this bit. Any other issues will get covered by the wash, I think. Okay. Cool. Okay, next step. Oh, managed to clean that out a bit. So next step is to do as we did for the others. And let's start with this guy, because that one, the other one we did a bit of painting. It's amazing what you can get away with by just covering it in wash, really. It's a fun old time. Grumpy man face has been washed. Move on to the arms. What is this that's playing right now? Blood of Man! In Dawn of War 2. Yes, we're washing away all of my painting sins. That's how it works. Don't ask me to explain it further. I can't. Are we on a Dark Tide one? We sure are, Warp Traveller. The Dark Tide soundtrack is so catchy. We definitely have some cloth to paint on these as well. I feel like a lot that I've done on these models, unless you look at them in person and you know the parts, people will just be like, oh yeah, that's the normal habits. I've hidden my part changes too well. Yeah. I haven't done the other arm yet, so let's just get that done. I'm gonna have to decide on which extra plates to paint black as well. But I've done the majority of like the hard work here. Like painting the trim, doing the washes. That's the big job when it comes to painting this stuff. And I think I've definitely learned the fastest way to get through all of this. So I think I'm doing alright here. It's quite nice that I've been able to do painting streams alongside my other stuff, because I've really been able to share all of my hobbies with chat. Like I've been able to find ways to kind of share it with you guys, and it's nice. Yeah. I've got some things I really nerd out about, and being able to talk about them to the community is great. Even if I do get a little bit addicted to Warhammer stuff. Only thing left to do is this gun. So for hazard stripes, are you black stripes on yellow base or yellow stripes on black base? Yellow stripes on black base because I use a dark color for everything. And let me just finish this wash and I'll do some explanation. But it's genuinely easier in my opinion. Addicted to Warham? Inconceivable. I think Warhammer really was the thing that stopped me from just being at home all the time. Is Warham better than Honeyham? That's a great question. You know, I really like the fact that we kind of attract the not shit part of the internet to the community. Because, like, if we attracted the shit part, Lightning would have been, like, continually talking random extra stuff when I was like, just give me a moment and I will show you. You know? There's just some people on the internet are a bit poopy. Anyway, so the way I do it, Avalon Sunset, watered down a little bit. 2 coats of this goes over black really easily. And then if you water it down and do 2 coats of Uriel Yellow, that's it. You're done. Easy. That's how I've done these warning stripes. And these are like the laziest way I could do them. It's just about taking your time and having the right consistency. Yellow used to be much harder to paint over dark colors, but I find now that it's actually much easier. And maybe it's because I've been through that stage of the suffering of what paints used to be like, but it really feels easy now. Okay, the black wash is done on this guy. We'll let it dry. Did that help, Lightning? I hope so. Also, I hope it made sense what I was saying about, like, some parts of the internet are just whiny children, effectively. Back 2 yellow stripes, then 2 yellow layer stripes. Yes. Avalon Sunset is the specific thing. Like, it's a really good base color for yellow. It works really well, and it takes well. Just got to make sure you add a little bit of water when you're working with them to get them to the right consistency. I think the biggest, like the best advice I can give for painting is a lot of people say water down your paints, but I say learn the consistency that flows best. If you can learn what it looks like when your paint is at the exact right consistency to flow, every paint becomes easy to work with. You know, to a point. You also have to learn like what flows well, but and what color to use with what. But I think the biggest step for me is if I can get a paint to flow, I won't get annoyed with it. And if it's gone a bit funky and it's hard to get that flow, sometimes I'll just buy a new paint. Because the headache that it causes otherwise isn't always worth it. But that's only if like I've found the paint was good initially. Also remember that if you buy cheap brushes, they won't necessarily last as long, but they're great for learning. So while I was trying to get back into painting regularly, I would buy these cheap £7 sets of brushes for miniature painting off of Amazon, and those would keep me going for a good bit of time. They gave me the chance to get used to things, and now I buy the fancy brushes because I know I've got the I'm in the headspace now to use them to their full extent. I actually ordered a wet palette, and I have a buddy that's going to show me how to use it. Oh, nice! But you're interested in the hobby side. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, well done them. You should bring them to the stream. I love talking to a fellow Warhammer nerd. I actually have a wet palette sat next to my desk. I don't use it. I haven't used it at all because I find that as soon as I use something like that, that's like for regular use, I'll stop painting for a while and it'll get moldy or whatever. I'm not like, I really want to use a wet palette, but I also know myself, you know? I know I'll like start using it and then be like, oh, I'm gonna take a break, and come back to it and it'll have like mold in it or something. It's my fear. I don't know. I need to suck it up. I've got an airbrush as well that Frosty got me for my birthday last year. So that's kind of getting that's something I need to have a go at as well. And I really want to, because I know an airbrush could save me so much time. And I wonder if maybe when I eventually get to my Mechanicus project, that would be where to use it. Or maybe for terrain. Maybe terrain is the right place to... I don't know. I don't know, chat. There's too many potential options there for me, you know? Right. Just trying to get this gun washed, and then I can do the ammo belt. Go. It's amazing how much a wash lets me get away with. It saves so much time. time is it? Ah, I gotta hurry up, chat. It's 9 o'clock. Things have been going so well, but I got distracted. We're nearly there. We've got to wash this backpack. Seems like I've got spooky Mechanicus sounds. I have got spooky Mechanicus sounds. Which reminds me, I'd actually like to go back and play Mechanicus 1. Wash it up there. Okay. That wash is done. We'll leave that to dry. But not enough space for a good setup where I live. That's fair. There's nothing wrong with brush painting at all. Like, I really like it. Okay, let's dry brush these two. And then those two just need a brown wash when they're ready. And it's details. So, I mean, we've got the bulk of the work done today, which really is the biggest pain. There we go. So let's get some paint off. I need to replace these dry brushes because they are dying. They were very cheap though, so you know I'm not majorly fussed. Okay, after the wash is definitely the way. Sorry, chat, I'm not holding him in the right place. Need to see. Yeah, I mean, that really brings up the colour a lot compared to what it was. Just highlights the edges, which is the point. Hello, Alistair. Helps me deal with my non-Newtonian issues. Yeah? I think the problem I have is that what's left of my dry brush feels like a rock. It's nowhere near as good as it was. And every time I prep for dry brushing, it kind of kills off a bit more of the flexibility it had. So my real fear on this is the consistency of it functioning properly. A little bit more. Yeah, this was definitely better when I first got the brush. There we go. Some nice purple. I mean, I could. The thing is, it's about half the bristles that it originally had, so like to half the bristle length, sorry. Okay. That has added the sheen back. Now he just needs the black details painting next. Tyrannid brains. I think I was really lazy. And I just did... I'm pretty sure I just put contrast frost heart over it and called it a day. Which is what I'm currently doing with my plasma. It's incredibly lazy, but it works, you know, it just saves you a bit of time. Right, so the next step for these guys is to do some black and red coloration, but we are not at that stage yet. But I think we've done burnished armor pretty damn well. Like, that is some worn out ancient armor, which is what we want. The other two's blackwash is drying. But once it's dry, we'll give you... I mean, you can see the difference, right? This is just a blackwash. This is adding the brown wash over the top. I think it makes a huge difference to, like, this is shiny silver armor to this is really bloody old armor. I think it works really well. I'm very pleased with how things have turned out today. So these two need to finish drying, and then I can do their brown wash. And then they'll get the same dry brush treatment, and then I can do all the details. So I've gotten closer. I've gotten closer to getting a 4-hour 4 minis kind of situation. I've definitely sped up since we painted good old Kravik here. I had to spend another 4 hours on this guy after. But I think overall, I think I've improved, but I'm still consistent. Like, I think these together look really nice. I think once I do the other colours, they'll match up pretty well. I think I've done alright. I think they match how they should. Considering Kravik was the test model, I think I've done alright. Black wash, then brown wash. Yeah, I think for Iron Warriors, the black wash does all the shading, right? It does all the recesses. And the brown wash brings in that kind of rusty, ancient feel. You could probably do this over other armors for Chaos Marines just to make them feel really old. I think it would work quite well. But overall, let's see how we're doing here. Squad-wise, we've got... These are the 5 that will be on the battlefield. I think it's a good set. I think it's working. Still got some bits to do, but I'm pleased. I hope you guys think so too. I feel like we've made decent progress today. For now though, it's gone 9 o'clock. It's time to call it for the day. Shall we run the credits? We've hit 400 sub points as well. Thank you so much, everyone. I really appreciate it. I hope you've been enjoying all the things I've been doing lately. I'm trying my best. Please do stick around for a raid as well. I'll send you all over somewhere. I haven't figured out where yet, but we'll find something. We are still 13. Oh, that's unlucky, isn't it? Away from 150. Hopefully we can manage that by the end of the week. That would be awesome. And I hope I'll see you all tomorrow for Truck Coon is supporting me from another world. Who is streaming? I'm just trying to find who's on today. Let's send you to... I'm going to send you to Temetry because I haven't actually raided him in a little while. He's one of my mods. No. Okay. I was trying to look at his stream and it's not going well. The thing is doing things. Hey, Sander. Yeah, I finish at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock is now. For me, anyway. Has another time zone change happened? It wouldn't surprise me. It's 10 there. Oh yeah, no, you're in Europe, aren't you? Yeah, so that's where we're at. But thank you so much for watching today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Did the credits run? They must have, right? Let me try again. I pressed the button. I'll run them again anyway. You're in the Netherlands? Yeah, so you're an hour ahead of me. They did run. Okay, cool. We're all good. Oh, anyway, I really enjoy doing painting streams, so I'm glad that they've continued to be something that I can do regularly. And I hope I will see you all tomorrow for Truck Coon is supporting me from another world, which will be ridiculous. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. So, good night, everyone.